Today I'm going to be cleaning some bronze. That sounds like fun, right? I read online that with a little baking soda and lemon juice I can clean up some of the bronze that's tarnished. So this port side rudder shaft is looking pretty good along with its rudder arm. However, the starboard side one doesn't look so good. This thing's all rusted out. It's just a matter of time before it breaks away. And that doesn't look so good right there. Might have to do a little brushing and see how bad that actually is. That corrosion is really bad. Those, of course, are all my steering hydraulic lines. It's obvious it's coming from the transom door is right here, and where the transom door mold meets the hull, you can see there's some leaking there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. Okay, so as I thought, it's really not giving me the results I wanted. I mean, what I want is a very shiny bit like that, but over the whole entire thing. And I'm just kind of getting a patchy result with this stuff. And I decided to do the strut plate too. And you can see again it's patchy. I mean, I've taken a wire brush to this whole thing after having that concoction sit on there for 20 minutes, and some of it, you know, came out real nice and others didn't. Okay, it's a few days later. I'm not sure where I left off with the steering problem with all the corroded hydraulics, but let me show you where I am with that so far. I've cut two of the lines to get all the corroded pieces out. They were mounted up back here, and I'm going to put field detachable fittings on the ends of these two hoses. The pump, you can see I'm spray painting with some rubberized paint. I've cleaned off all the rust and corrosion on it. And that's basically where we are right now. Also, you know, I can tell the boat's turned 20 because I was cleaning around here and this thing snapped right off. It goes on that to secure the post for the swim step, and or maybe that's the no, I think that's actually the trim tabs. So I get to put a new end on there. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, all fixed and ready for another 20 years, or maybe 5 years, who knows. These crimpers are very, very important. I love these things. I use them for everything. Crimping butt connections, much better than using pliers or anything like that. Okay, so the two hose sets that I took off of the boat are right here, and you can see, you know, as soon as I moved this one, it broke. It was so corroded. I mean, that is really, really scary. If that would have happened at sea, I would have lost complete steering, or the steering would have been locked in one position or the other. The hoses have arrived, and I went ahead. Here's the hose, here's the other hose, here's all the connectors I bought from Brunel Hydraulics in Anaheim. So I got everything I need. I've gone ahead and snipped one of the cables and put on one of the field detachable fittings. And of course, I don't need this much hose for the rudder one, so I'm going to cut half of this and use the other half for the other hose, because I need to make 2 sets of 2 hoses. Alright, well, there we have it. 2 ends. This end is going to go into the steering ram. This end's going to go into the T. Okay, I've got my new hoses set up. This is my starboard one, so the line from the helm will go in there. And this will go to the autopilot pump. And this will go to the steering ram. And the same thing over here. Helm goes in here, steering ram, or autopilot pump. So you want to be the photographer?
Fine.
So I'm putting on the ends of the hydraulic fittings on the ends that I cut. And I'm going to show that to you real quick. So there's one right there, all done. There's the other one, I'm half done with that, putting the collar on. So, getting closer. Okay, we have successfully put all the lines on. We've bled the power steering fluid system, and now we're going to go out and take the boat for a little cruise around the harbor, make sure everything's okay. Okay, well, I've cleaned up back here a little bit after replacing these hydraulic steering lines, and tried the best I could to patch the leaks up there. The damage is pretty extensive, so I don't know how long that's going to last. I'm going to check these every once in a while and see if they're leaking. So what turned out to be, trying to make this thing look pretty, turned out to be a major project. And that's kind of how it is with boats. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please give me a like. Thumbs up, and if you did, subscribe, because I'm planning on doing a lot of videos this summer. Should be some fairly interesting stuff.